Welcome to DWBIADDA channel. Please subscribe for latest training videos.
Hi everyone, today we are going to discuss about Microsoft Azure. Microsoft Azure is a cloud computing service created by Microsoft for building, testing, deploying and managing application and service through the Microsoft Managed Data Center. It provides a software as a service SaaS, platform as a service PaaS, infrastructure as a service IaaS and support many different programming language, tools and framework, including both Microsoft specific and third-party software and system. So let's see where we can go and start with an Azure. So I am here in the azure.microsoft.com. So here you can go and create a free Azure account or you can go and buy a subscription. So when you're creating a free account, you may get a 12-month validity subscription with a $200 credit for 30 months to explore all the Azure services. And 25 plus services are always free, still your subscription is being valid. So let's see actually what we can go and utilize with the 12-year subscription. So if you see here, we have a $200 credit that been going to be expire within a month. That's a 30 days. So even though it's been expired, you can go and utilize the 750 hours of a Linux virtual machine. And even if it is a Windows virtual machine, it is the size of B1VS, and you can go and utilize a 5 GB blob storage or a 5 GB file storage, a 250 GB SQL database. So let's go into the portal.azure.com. I'm here in the portal.azure.com. It's a portal to manage all your resources and services in the Azure. So let's start navigating into this portal. So if you see here in the left side, we have a menu option over there. Here we can see some of the services are already been favorited by Microsoft. So if you want to create any of the resources that is not been listed over here, there is an option called create resource, and you can go and search for the resource what you are going to be looking for. So in my case, I'm just going to be search for a load balancer. I can go and create a load balancer from here. So let's see what are all other different services that are all offered from these Microsoft Azure. So in this navigation menu, I can see an option called all services. So in the all services, if you see here, Microsoft is going to be categorize all your services into general, compute, network, storage, web, and the list goes on. So let's see what's there in the general category. So if you see here in the general category, we have an option called subscription. So we can see what kind of subscription is it is. It's a pay-as-you-go subscription or it's a free subscription. And you can see a management group. A management group is nothing but if you have multiple subscription, how you going to manage that using the management group. If you see here, using management group helps you to manage access policies and complaints by grouping multiple subscriptions together. So in an enterprise, they may have a different departments like HR department, sales department, finance department, and they may have a different subscription. So how you are going to manage the subscription using the management group. And there is an option called resource group. So resource group is nothing but a logical grouping of all your resource, like when you are creating a virtual machine, a storage, or a web, or a SQL database. So how you are going to be group your resource group. So, and if you see, there is a help and support option is over there, and there's a marketplace over there. If you are looking for some third-party services out of the box, then you can go and get it from the marketplace. And an ideal example is actually if you want to get a HashiCorp Key Vault, that's a third-party provider, then you can go and get it from the marketplace. So in the compute, you can go and create a virtual machine, an availability set, and if you see in the network, you can go and create a virtual network, load balancer, public IP address, and in the storage, you can go and create the storage account, and in the web, you can go and create an app service as a platform as a service, and the list goes on. So it's an overall view of this portal and where you can see the resource and all. So if you see here, I am in this portal.azure.com. So how I can manage this resource other than this portal? So Azure provide the other options like an Azure CLA or an Azure PowerShell scripting to manage your resources. So here I'm going to run this PowerShell script in the Azure Cloud Shell. So if you see here, I'm just opening this into a new tab. So there is an option called shell.azure.com. So I'm going to run all the Azure CLA command in the shell.azure.com. If you see here, it's authenticated me, and let me go and list my account. So I want to see what are the subscriptions in this account. So I'm just going to use an AZ command, AZ account list. So it lists out my subscription. I have an valid subscription. The state is been enabled, and it's a pay-as-you-go subscription, as you can see here. So that's fine. So if you want to have this Azure CLA in your local machine, there is a docs from the Microsoft. I already been open here. So that explain you the step by step how you can get this Azure CLA into your local machine. So how to install in a Windows or a Mac or a Linux. So I already installed the Azure CLA for my Windows. I download this MSI installer and it's been installed. So let me open my PowerShell um, window over here, and let me check my version of my CLA. If you see, my Azure CLA version is been up to date, and let me go and log into my um, um, Azure subscription. So for that, I'm going to use the AZ login. And Azure CLA command start with an AZ. So I'm going to log in to this Azure. It take me into the Azure portal and validating my credential. And once it is been validated, it may take me back into the CLI. Sorry, Azure PowerShell. So I've been successfully logged in now. So let me close this tab and let's see in the PowerShell script. So it provide me my subscription details over here. So if you're very new to the Azure CLA command, there is an AZ help option is over there to check what all the different commands that is being provided in the Azure CLA. So the AZ help is going to list out the list of command that is going to be provided in an Azure CLA. So if you see that there is an option called VM storage, search, resource creation. So let me see that what's there in the VM. So I'm going to use an AZ VM help. So it lists out the option to create a VM, to start a VM. So let me see that what are the options there in the VM creation. So I'm using a command like AZ VM create help. So it's going to be list out what are the different size of VMs we can go and create here. So if you go and see here, it come up with the AZ Azure CLI command to create an Ubuntu VM. So it's given an image for an Ubuntu, or if you want to interested to create a Windows server, it will create an AZ Azure CLI command to create an Windows server. And you can see here there are list of servers, list of VM that you can go and create with this Azure CLI command. So that's all about this overview of that and Azure as an introductory section. So I will come up and see you with more service in the upcoming video. Thank you.